YouTube, what's up? Right here, 2016 CRF120F. This is a big wheel edition. Anyway, we're doing forks. As you can see right there, they're gone. There's one right there. I just got that one finished. I'm going to show you how to change your fork seals. Both of these fork seals were leaking, and it's time to swap them out. So, what do you have to do to change these? First of all, take your shock protectors off right here. Pull those off. There we go. There's a Phillips screw right here. You have to loosen up to take those off. Next, we're going to take the seal off right here. This is a dust seal. What you're going to use for this is just a flat screwdriver. Try not, if you didn't get new ones like me, I didn't order new ones. I only ordered the fork seals. So just take your time with these. Take a flat screwdriver, get in here, and just go gentle with it. Go around, try to get this off. There it is. It's off. Set that aside. Next, what you want to do, well, it's up to you what you want to do. You need to take this off or this off. Inside of here, guys, where did my flashlight go? Right here. So, I'm going to see if I can get this in here. There's a little tiny clip. There's a clip in there. Oh, there. You can see it over here. Right there. See that little triangle looking thing? Anyway, you want to grab onto that with a pair of, or not a pair, but your flat screwdriver, and just pry that out, and then it's going to pop right out for you. I'm going to take that out. So, that's what this looks like. That's a little triangle piece. There's one on each side of it. You stick your screwdriver in there and pry it, and it pulls right out. Now, what I'm going to do for here, guys, a lot of people will take a pair of pliers or channel locks, whatever, and grab onto this. I don't want to mark this at all. So what I have is an impact socket. You throw that on there, and you grab your, I got my impact right here. And yeah, basically this should spin right off. Really easy. For not marking this anywhere, guys, where I have it clamped, I have it in the vise. And this is where the bolt goes through to hold your wheel on. You know, if that does get scratched, you're not going to see it because your wheel's going to be on there, right? So, I can't, I only got one hand. But, let's see if this will come off without me holding this part. Yep, there we go. It's really easy. It, a lot better than holding it with a pair of channel locks if you got if you have, okay, so this is a little different than the other one. Oh, okay. So, what you have this washer that sits on this spring. Then you have this piece of pipe that goes, so you got the washer on top of your spring, then this piece of tube. So, okay, hang on. So what I did, I just kind of stood this up a little bit because there's oil in this, guys. You don't want oil all over the place. So just push this down a little bit, and you're going to have a spring that comes out of there. And lots of oil, as you can see. So I'm going to make a nice mess. But as you can see, guys, the spring has a nice space to it. And then the bottom part, it's not spaced out. So that's your bottom part of this spring. So this goes in like this, right? So let's set this aside. Now, there shouldn't be anything else left in here. So what you want to do, you're going to take this out of the vise, you're going to turn this upside down in a bucket, and just in case, guys, take a clean bucket. Just in case anything falls out of yours. This one here, I know there's nothing in this one. This is a 2016 CRF125F. And there's nothing else that's going to fall out of here. But make sure you have, if yours isn't same kind of bike, just make sure there's nothing left in here that's going to fall out. And like I said, take a clean bucket, turn this upside down, and just cycle this. So push it down and pull this out, down, up, down, and just cycle all the oil. Make sure all the oil comes out. And I'll clean this one out, and I'll be right back. All right, I got all the oil out. Now, next thing is you have an Allen key right here. So same thing, I got it on the impact. Make sure you take this all the way out, guys, all the way. because this holds this rod into place, and you need this out to remove that cylinder. And my impact's not going to take it, so let's get this on a ratchet. All right, here it is right here. It's out. This should pull right out. Yeah, got some oil in there. Now, next thing you want to do is just grab your flat screwdriver once again, and that's your oil seal right here, and you just pry that right out, and it's off. Now, the new oil seal, where is it? Hang on. All right, here's the new oil seal. So what you want to do, just take a little bit of oil and put on the outside of it. It's not gonna, right there, focus. And a little bit on the inside. Stick this in the hole. Now, before you do this, find yourself a socket. I don't know what size this is right here. This is a 1 1/4, and this socket fits pretty well exactly on. So what I do, put this in just like that, and just tap it in with the hammer till it's all the way down. The seal for this bike, guys, here it is. I got null balls. I don't know which one's the part number. Could be this one, could be that one. Anyway, that's what that is. Also, guys, your cylinder, this whole cylinder, make sure you grab a clean rag and clean all this off really good before you install it in here. I'm just going to I'll be right back in a second. I'm just going to take the socket and I'm going to tap that in. All right, so I have that in, and as you can see, there's a little lip. Shine the light. There's a little lip right there. Anyway, this is where your clip comes back into play. And you put that on, and we'll put the cylinder in. All right, guys, got the cylinder down, and I put the Allen key back in the bottom of it. The Allen key in the bottom, guys, the bottom of this cylinder, that little rod that was on the end, that spins. It actually spins. So it's best to start it with an impact. Just try to get it started. And then once it tightens up, then you can finish it off with the ratchet. I didn't torque that. I don't know what the torque specs are. I just torqued it till I figured it was good. So that's that. So I have everything in here. My seal, my C-clip. Next thing, guys, is your dust seal. So you put that down, and this is my old one, so it goes in pretty nice. All right, guys, so before you install your spring or anything like that, make sure that this here is compressed all the way down. And what I'm going to do with this, guys, is 8 inches from the top full of oil. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to start filling this up with oil. And once you have some oil in this, around 8 inches, work it back and forth, up and down like that there. And just to make sure there's no air bubbles or anything in that oil. So take anything you have, take a measure, grab a measuring tape, 8 inches. We'll start with 8 inches and we'll go from there. So the more oil you put, basically the heavier you will be. So the more oil, the more compression. So if you fill this up at 8 inches and you go for a ride and your shocks are bottoming out, you'll have to come back and you'll have to put some more. So maybe instead of 8 inches, go to 7, and then go give it a try, and then maybe 6, so on, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this at 8 inches, and I'm going to cycle it a few times, and I'm going to throw this back together. All right, so I got 8 inches in it, and when you're cycling this up and down, guys, just bring it up nice and slow, and bring it down nice and slow. All the way down, all the way up. Work it back and forth. I don't know. I did this one 5-6 times, just to kind of make sure there's no air in the oil. So next thing is your spring. So remember to put your spring, that's the spaced out part. That's the bottom. Put your spring in. You have to raise this up a little bit. I don't know if I can do this with one hand. Anyway, don't forget your washer that goes on top of your spring here. Now, yeah, I need two hands. Anyway, I gotta wipe this off, and then this goes on, and then your top. And there it is, guys. It's all back together. This here, you probably should have a torque spec for this. I didn't. As you can see, it's nice and good spring to it. I didn't torque it. I don't know what the torque specs are. I just tightened it up and gave her a little shrub with the ratchet, and that's good enough for me.